Hey guys, so I wanted to talk about, if you haven't got done watching my prediction of Jamaica's team that they formed for the upcoming Eugene, Oregon World Championship. Now, if you're looking at the board here, when you go to the worldathletic.org, you could definitely see Team Jamaica, basically what they're going to be about. So in the women's 100 meters, we have Shelly Ann Fraser Price, Sharika Jackson, Cambria Nelson, and Elaine Thompson Hira. For the 200, we also have Shelly Ann, who is also doing the double. Now we know Shelly Ann is the defending champion at the World Championships, so she only had a bye to go to the World Championships. But she still managed to run the rounds of the Jamaican's trials. And then Sharika Jackson came and clutched for the second spot, and then Elaine Thompson got the third spot. For the women's 400 meters, we have Candice McLeod, we have Stephanie Ann McPherson, and then Chuckfield Young for the women's 400. For the 800, we have Christine Gordon Powell and Glua and Adele Tracy. In the 15, Adele Tracy. For the 100 meters hurdles, we have Brittany Anderson, Megan Taper, and Danielle Williams. For the 400 hurdles, we have Russell Clayton and Jeffens Russell and Simon Simon. High jump is Lamar Diston and Cambrielle Williamson. So we have a lot of people coming in for the Jamaicans team. We also have the lineup of how the 4x1 and the 4x4 is gonna look like for the women's. And then on their counterpart, we have the men's 100 meters, which is Akeem Blake, Yuhan Blake, and Obliquely Soville. And then we have the 200, which had Yuhan Blake, Akeem Bloomfield, and Rasheem Dover. 400, we have Nathan Allen. We have Jefferson Powell and Christopher Taylor. 800, we have Axel Anderson. And then the 110 meters, we have Obion Bristins, Richard, and Heslin. So we have a lot of people coming in for the 4x4. But what I'm more interested in, they have more teams in the women's side than the men's side of the relay. If you look at the relay for the 4x1, you could clearly see they have Cambria Sturbel, we have Shelly Ann Fraser, we have Sharika Jackson, Cambria Nelson, and Elaine Thompson Hira, and Brittany Williams. So even in the 4x4, we have some returning veterans, but we also have so now that Sharika Jackson has stepped down to do the mostly sprints, she's now more conceded herself to be a sprinter. I mean, she has been doing the 400 for a while, so now that she becomes a 100, 200, and 400 runner, and this never happened before. If the women's from Jamaica wins the World Championship, let's say if they go 1, 2, and 3, they might even set a new record that not only they have won the Olympic sweep. This is not only the first time that happened, but the second time. And now if they do a sweep at the World Championship, this will be the first time this has been done. This will be a back-to-back champions of winning Olympic, world titles, and world championship titles all at once in one single decade of year. So let me know what you guys think. What do you think that's going to be happening if if you see that comes up, you know. Um, so based on what I was saying before, if you have seen that Sharika Jackson ran a time of 21.55, thus making her the third fastest woman in history. So the coolest thing that I've realized is a lot of the Jamaican, the top three from last year from Tokyo, are doing the same thing that they did last year, where they might come in as a clean sweep. From what I'm seeing from Sharika Jackson now, I could clearly say she is now the clear favorite to win the 200 instead of Elaine Thompson. Now, Elaine Thompson is one of the defending, one of the rivals to win also. We also have Dina Asher Smith, who is the defending champion at the World Championship. So I don't know how that's gonna go, but the way things are going right now, the Jamaicans squad looks unbeatable on the women's side. Now we're not sure if the also the 4x1 world record, if it's gonna be in trouble, because that was set back in 2012, and the only team that has beaten close to their time was the women US from the 2016 Olympic Games. So heading to a couple of weeks forward now, you know, we're gonna be starting World Championships very soon. So to see that happen, you know, we have 1 week after this week. We start next Friday the World Championships. So Lord knows what's gonna be happening, you know, especially Shelly Ann coming in with a 10.67. Sharika Jackson, I think she came with a 10.77, and Elaine Thompson doesn't seem like she's like getting injured, so she's coming in healthy as well. So a lot of things are happening right now. So if you looked at the day 1 as well as day 4 of the Jamaican's trials, I think Yuan Blake won a time of 9.85 to win the men's 100 meters, and Seville won second, the youngster. But you know, Yuan Blake is a veteran, so he kind of know what to do to win. But the fact that he's getting his groove back, because in a couple of, you know, years back he wasn't really looking too well, but he's getting back into the groove of it. So I wish a lot of the Jamaican counterparts of the US good luck for the upcoming World Championship. You know, they're gonna have a lot of competitors, but Jamaica's is bringing their best on the women's side. You know, so as always, guys, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll definitely see you guys for more track news. Like I said, I will be back on my podcast, so we will be discussing and breaking down more predictions. Once I get the set of lists of the times that the athletes are coming in, and based on each trials, we're gonna determine how based on when I start explaining the podcast this upcoming week, we're gonna talk about our predictions and who you might think that starts the first round to each race that they go to, how fast they're gonna be running. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think that a lot of world records might be broken? Now on the women's side for the 400, we know that Shawnee Miller said that this might be her last 400. But other than that, if I were to see it, I think Shawnee got this to win the 400. And based on how I'm seeing the men's 100, it's gonna be a battle between Fred Curley and probably Trayvon Bromell. I'm not counting Kristen Coleman, but at the same time I'm counting him out. But he has to peak at the right time. Lamont, which is the reigning Olympic champion, I'm not too sure about him because he's actually been running 10.7s and you know, he said he's been having like stomach injury and all these other things. So I'm not counting him to win any medals yet, unless he has to prove himself. But other than that, guys, we will be making more concrete prediction, and we're probably gonna be sticking to them. But let me know what you guys think, and as always, guys, see you guys in a couple of weeks, Friday, for the podcast, so we could discuss more about this. All right, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.